out here inspecting a field pre-planting. We're the 5th of April, and we're in a field that was disked once or twice last fall. It was planted to corn. The customer's going to go corn on corn. You can see the residue that we've got out here on the field has been knocked down a little bit, but we've still got quite a few intact root balls. We've got quite a few intact stalks that are pretty good size. This is what the field looked like before we worked. And then making one pass with the summer SuperCoulter machine with notch blades, 3-bar coil tie and hair, and rolling basket. You can see how it's sized, a lot of the larger residue. We're running 3 to 4 inches deep. Really does a super nice job of leveling and making a seed bed that's pretty well ready to plant. This field is pretty damp in some spots. You can see some standing water out there, and we're thinking within 24 hours this field will be able to plant. This SuperCoulter machine has basically leveled out all the high spots, low spots, and it's aerated basically in one pass to make this pretty well a ready to plant seed bed. Customer seems to be really happy with what it's doing here on this demonstration. 14th of April. We're out here in a field that was in beans last year. Customers laid down these strips of anhydrous, and we can see we've got quite a bit of hen bit coming up in between the rows. This field was in beans last year, like I said, so we got some bean stubble kind of left over there, and we're running the summer SuperCoulter machine with notch blades, 3-bar coil tie and hair, and rolling basket, and getting some results that look like this from a finishing standpoint. The customer intends to go in and put corn back on these strips, but it was just kind of wanting to level in between and maybe see what we can do with the chickweed here. So we're leveling things out, drying things out a little bit. You can see on these strips there's quite a bit of wetness down up underneath there where the strips were, and so we're just kind of wanting to get some drying action and kind of see what's going on here. It seems to be doing a pretty nice job, and this is just one pass. So we'll try to get some video here in a minute when the guys come up back over the field. Once again, we're here on the 14th of April. We're in a field that was planted to corn last year, disked one time in the fall after harvest, and we're running the SuperCoulter machine once again, the 8-wave notch blades with the 3-bar coil tie and hair and 14-inch roller behind. This is pre-running the machine, what the field looked like. You can see considerable amount of residue, quite a few weeds left out here, and some moisture, quite a little bit on top. And we'll watch as the machine runs by here and kind of show you what it's doing. Quite a bit of residue, intact root balls. Running at 10 miles an hour and in one pass, absolutely obliterating the residue, shattering any intact stalks, cutting down and sizing quite a little bit. Just does a pretty nice job. If a guy, he's not going to plant this right away, he's going to go to beans here in a month or so, but if a guy was so inclined, could easily go right to the field and plant right behind this if he was going corn on corn or if he was ready to plant beans. So once again, doing a super nice job of leveling and drying things out. Just doing a super good job as far as handling the residue. Results of a second pass with the summer SuperCoulter Plus machine. Definitely a seed bed that you can go right to the field, go right and plant in. Here's our results after one pass. We've knocked down all this residue and sized it and done a pretty nice job. If a guy needed to just make one pass in the fall and leave it kind of like this, and then make one pass in the spring and leave it kind of like this, you can see kind of the difference there between the two passes. Just really impressed with the third video of the day out here on once again the 14th of April. This application is a little different. We're in a field that was planted to corn last year. He's going to go corn on corn, and this field was actually worked once disked in the fall and then worked once already this spring with a competitive vertical tillage tool that happens to be red. And then today was knifed in anhydrous and spread lime all in one shot. So there, what he's interested in accomplishing is seeing what the summers will do as far as mixing, continuing to size clods and residue, and then also mixing in and incorporating the lime and closing the anhydrous ruts that we've got. You can see over here a little further that where he's raised out of the ground with the anhydrous tool, we can see where we've got, you know, the raised up spots where he's knifed in the anhydrous. You can see we still got quite a bit of residue on the ground and some weeds that the competitive tool didn't uproot. And then as we move over to the side here, you can see where we have made one pass. Just one pass with the summer SuperCoulter. We've leveled out and made a pretty good seed bed. We've continued to size residue, but the main thing is you can't tell where those anhydrous knives have been. We've got varying degrees of moisture in this field, but it's there again. It's done a super good job finishing and getting this ready to plant. It's mixed up, moved enough dirt to mix up all the lime and close and level those ruts that our anhydrous knife made. So once again, customer seems to be pretty happy with the tool, and we'll watch him when he gets up here and makes another.